Is lucid dreaming actually worth it? I've had this question a few times now, and it's a valid question because a lot of people spend a lot of time on lucid dreaming. Whether it be someone who's experienced and lucid dreams every single night, who meditates every day, does reality checks throughout the day, dream journals every morning, wakes up several times during the night to perform mild or wake back to bed, and performs wild and DEILD as well, and does all of these things and reads lucid dreaming books, watches lucid dreaming videos. Whether it's someone investing that kind of time in getting lucid regularly, or it's someone who perhaps hasn't had a lucid dream yet. Maybe this is you, maybe you haven't had a lucid dream yet and you've been trying for a long time and it feels frustrating and you feel like you're not getting anywhere. Is it actually worth it? Is it worth investing so much time as, the expert? Is it worth investing the time that it takes to get your first lucid dream? Is it? Well, the simple answer is yes, and I'm going to explain why I think that is. So let's address those two polar opposites separately. Let's talk first about the beginner who has not had a lucid dream yet. One of the people that is struggling to get lucid for a long period of time. Well, the first thing that I'll say is that if you're struggling for a long period of time, there's probably something that's gone wrong. Maybe you're taking a medication that interferes with REM, maybe there's something up with your sleep that you need to get investigated, or maybe you're just performing the techniques that you're doing incorrectly. Whatever the case, while it is certainly common for people to have long periods of time where they're trying to get lucid and not getting lucid, it's not the norm if you're doing things correctly. So if you have been beating your head against the wall and not getting anywhere with lucid dreaming, you should know that once you actually do address those errors, once you find what it is that is going wrong for you and you actually get lucid, it's going to be so much easier from then on because it isn't that difficult to get lucid on a regular basis. Lucid dreaming can be difficult at the start when you don't know what you're doing and you're figuring it all out and you're getting your first lucid dream, but once you've figured out the basics, it's honestly pretty easy to keep lucid dreaming consistently. Something that you've probably seen if you've actually been around here for years is that I regularly go on periods where I just don't even bother attempting to lucid dream. I literally do nothing. I sometimes even give up dream journaling during those periods and just don't even think about lucid dreaming at all outside of making these videos. And yet, even during those periods of time, I end up having lucid dreams pretty much effortlessly just because of the fact that I've been doing it for so long. Which raises my next point, and that is that the more lucid dreams you have, the easier it gets to have a lucid dream. At this point, I could just forget about lucid dreaming forever and still get regular lucid dreams. Obviously, the more effort that I actually put in, the more lucid dreams I get, but I don't think there's ever going to be a time where I just stop lucid dreaming for good anymore. And you're going to find the same thing, that after that first lucid dream, the second, third, fourth and fifth dreams are easier, and it just gets easier and easier from there. It kind of snowballs. And eventually you'll reach a point where you're probably just naturally lucid dreaming every so often anyway, even when you're not bothered to perform techniques. And so it is worth getting past that first hurdle of those early frustrations, because once you do, things are just going to get easier from there. The same if you're struggling with dream control. It can be hard and frustrating when you're trying to figure out that one thing, like, I don't know, let's say that you're someone that had difficulty with flying. Flying was something that came naturally to me, so I like using it as an example because it shows that not everyone is the same. And I know a lot of people who have been fantastic at other things that I struggled with who had a really hard time with flying. So if you have a hard time with flying and you're beating your head against the wall, don't worry, you will reach a point where you figure out how to do it, and once you do figure out how to do it, it's generally easy to keep doing it. And what about the opposite end of the spectrum? What if you're someone who's been lucid dreaming for years now and you just feel like you put a lot of time and effort into it and you feel like it's kind of draining you a bit to be dream journaling and doing reality checks and doing X and Y techniques every single day, day in, day out? Well, you have to think about it like this. You don't actually have to put that much time and effort into lucid dreaming if you don't want to. If it is something that's a very high priority for you and you don't mind putting that time and effort in, then great, do it and get the extra lucid dreams that that'll give you. But you don't have to. You can lucid dream, just at the weekends if you want to. You can lucid dream once a month if you want to. You don't have to actually be doing techniques every day if you don't want to put that kind of energy and effort in. Every hobby is different for every person. As an example, I recently got into coffee. I've got an espresso machine and everything, and I make several coffees a day, and I really enjoy doing it. It's a big hobby for me at the minute. But does that mean that everyone that enjoys coffee has to go out and buy an espresso machine and be making several coffees a day and, dialing in their techniques and everything like that? No, it doesn't. Most people can just take some instant coffee from the supermarket, I'm sure some other coffee fans like myself will be listening to this and cringing hearing that, but most people can just buy some instant coffee, put it in some boiling water and enjoy it like that. And it's the same with lucid dreaming. You don't have to make it your whole life for you to get enjoyment out of it. So if you've been doing it for a while and you feel like you're doing too much, then just cut down. Have a look at all of the techniques that you're doing and ask yourself, which of these techniques is giving me the most lucid dreams? And perhaps just cut down to those. And if you're really not wanting to dedicate lots of extra time to lucid dreaming, then you can always try and experiment with just meditating every night before bed, because I have found that that is probably the most effective technique for me for lucid dreaming anyway, and it's really something that you do for the rest of your life. You know, it benefits you in every area of your life pretty much. So if you're not highly focused on lucid dreaming but you still want to get lucid regularly, you can meditate every day, reap the benefits of meditation, and get lucid regularly at the same time, so why not? And essentially you're killing two birds with one stone, so it's not like it's extra effort, because you'll benefit from meditating every day anyway, and so you can just focus on that and not worry about other techniques. So yes, lucid dreaming is absolutely worth it, and how worth it is to you is going to be an individual decision that you're going to make for yourself. For some people, it's something that they just want to do every so often and they don't want to put that much time and energy into it, and they don't mind that they get less results for that, and that's okay. That's perfectly okay. And for other people, it is a serious hobby. It's a serious passion. You know, it's exciting to explore those inner worlds, and so you want to go back there as often as possible. And so you do put in that extra bit of effort each day. You do those little tweaks, those little extra things that get you just that little bit more performance and get you a few more lucid dreams here or there. To those of us like that, it is absolutely worth it to do that as well. Find how worth it is for you and how much time you want to invest, but do try lucid dreaming, because even if it is just something that you do once in a while, you are really going to enjoy it and you're going to find that it was really worth it to learn. Now, if you do want to learn how to do it, I have hundreds of videos on my channel that you should check out, and I also have a complete book called the Lucid Dream Book. Check it out with a link in the top right hand corner or down in the description below. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want more videos like this, make sure you're subscribed and enable all notifications so you can stay up to date with my new videos as they release. And if you want to keep watching, check out one of those videos on screen, go watch that, and I'll see you there soon. Take care.